Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Is the switch on?
Yeah.
The switch is on.
Mm-hmm. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing. I would like to invite some of our 8th grade chorus members who will be singing our national anthem.
Can you see? Star Spangled Banner, yet wave. For the land of the free and the home of the brave.
You may be seated. Thank you.
Good evening, and welcome to the promotion ceremony for the 8th grade class of 2015. On behalf of myself and my classmates, we would like to thank everyone who came out tonight to support us. When I look at this group sitting on stage tonight, I don't see a group of kids. I see a group of friends who have spent years together, making memories, cracking jokes, going on field trips together, and now graduating together. We would like to welcome our teachers in the front rows, Mr. Powell, our principal, Mr. Karuba, our superintendent, our guest speaker, Aaron Sassman, Mr. Mitchell, the Board of Education president, and our other Board of Education members who are here with us this evening. Tonight is a big night for all of us here sitting on this stage, and I think I can speak for all my classmates when I say that this ceremony is truly a bittersweet moment. Sweet because in a few short months, we will begin our high school careers, which means new classes, new clubs, new activities, and even new friends. It's also a bitter moment because tomorrow will most likely be one of the last times we are all together as an 8th grade class. It's sad and a little terrifying, but it's time to move on, and I think we are all prepared for this next step. Without further ado, let's get started with the ceremony. I would like to introduce our first 8th grade speaker, Christopher Fiore, who will explain the significance of being responsible.
Thank you, Jason. It is an honor to speak to you, my fellow classmates of 2015. As we prepare to close this exciting chapter in our lives and start a new one, whether it be at Belvedere High School or Warren County Technical School, we need to remember how important it is to take responsibility for our actions. Many decisions lie ahead of us, from which classes we take, to what sport or club we join, and eventually what college we attend. Along with our choices comes the responsibility we have to ourselves, to each other, and to our school. Being responsible means we need to own up to our actions. We need to make sure that every day we make a conscious decision to always do the right thing. Whether it be to make sure we study for an upcoming test, complete our homework on time, or treat a new student with kindness and respect. It is our responsibility to take the right path. We can't forget the responsibility we have for our school, which means always respecting our teachers, the administration, and the staff who work hard to make sure we receive the best education possible. Please remember that we only get one chance to make a great impression. Let's go forward, embracing these next 4 years with kindness, empathy, compassion, and ambition. We should make a difference, think before we act, and believe in ourselves. These 3 actions will always point us toward being responsible individuals. I would like to finally say to my classmates, congratulations to our class 2015. We've done it. Thank you.
Thank you for your words of advice, Chris. I would now like to introduce our second student speaker of the evening, Emma Beanie, who will talk about the importance of having and following your dreams.
Thank you, Mallory. Dreams are special. No matter the circumstance, you can always dream of a bright future, one where you have achieved your lifelong desires and needs. Missy Franklin once said, "Dreams come true. Without that possibility, nature would not incite us to have them." And it's true. They do come true. As long as you set your sights high and never derail your focus, any dream you have will be fulfilled. Dreams are hope. According to dictionary.com, a dream is a cherished aspiration, ambition, or idea. It is a means of contemplating the possibility of doing something with yourself in the future. It is important for us to have dreams. Without them, there would be nothing great about the human race. The execution of dreams is what separates the human race from any other species in this world. On a smaller scale, dreams are called goals. On a larger scale, imagination. But no matter what, never let anyone tell you that your dreams are meaningless. Never let anyone tell you that your goals are impossible. As long as you believe in yourself and in your talents, you will go far, farther than anyone could have ever imagined. For if we can't even envision our own maximum potential, who can? Who will? Dreams drive us to do amazing things in this world. Just look at anyone who's made a major impact on this earth. Thomas Edison, Albert Einstein, J.K. Rowling, LeBron James, David Wright, John Nash, Michael Phelps, and General Patton. Before any of these people could have possibly accomplished anything they're known for today, they first had to dream. Then, with hard work, focus, and desire over comfort, they did just that to accomplish amazing feats. It didn't matter to them where they came from or who they were before they started their quest to greatness. They just did what they had to do to achieve their goals. My coach told us once to look out at the water before our races, right before we dove in, when the water gave us the illusion of being still and calm, but was really surging with potential energy just under the surface. He then asked us, "What do you see?" I saw accomplishment, winning, hard work, and fulfilled dreams. My question to you on your way to high school and all throughout your high school career would be, what do you see? I would like to take this moment to congratulate our future high school class of 2019. Thank you.
Thank you, Emma. At this time, I would like to introduce Mr. Karuba, Belvedere School District's Superintendent of Schools.
Thank you, Jason. Congratulations, class of 2015, and welcome, parents. Welcome to this wonderful evening. Probably about 5 years ago, when you brought your students up here at Oxford Street for the first time, this night seemed like it would be many, many years away, and here we are. This class has truly been an outstanding class. When you look at the students that sit on the stage, they have many accomplishments and done many great things. And as you guys graduate over tonight and then you have the next few days to think about it, take time to think about what you accomplished while you were here at Oxford Street. You'll probably be impressed by yourself. I was impressed by the students just coming up and being able to speak publicly. It's not an easy skill for kids, and you guys so far have done an outstanding job. And the girls who sang the Star Spangled Banner, it was fantastic. Let me take a moment to thank Ezekiel and Ms. Weber. You guys did a great job putting this together, so thank you for doing that. Emma kind of sold some of my thunder of what I was going to say to you guys about dreaming. For those of you that have been walking through the building, the high school building, for the last 5 years, going up, you know upstairs it says Dream Big. And the class of 2011, I graduated from high school, they put that up there. Because one of their seniors spoke to an incoming freshman class and encouraged them to dream big. Now it's your turn. Now it's your turn to dream big. You guys walked in this evening as 8th graders. When you walk out, you're really going to be 9th graders. I know you got tomorrow too, but you're really, for all intents and purposes, freshmen in high school. While you're vacationing this summer, while you're enjoying the summer, take some time to reflect on what you've accomplished here. But then take some time and think about what you want to do as high school students. Set those goals. Take a few minutes and say, this is what I want to do in my 4 years of high school. Then decide how you're going to reach those goals. Through your Oxford Street years, you've had some outstanding teachers. The vast majority are sitting in front of you tonight. All of them have helped you in some way become who you are today. None of them won't help you while you're in high school. You'll just forget to ask them, but they'll be happy to help you. You'll have a different set of teachers who will be there to help you, a different set of mentors, and a different set of older students that will be there for you. Take advantage of it. It's really your opportunity to shine. The last 5 years was the build-up to going to high school. The next 4 years will be who you really become. So as I finish tonight, just remember, how will you leave your mark on the high school? Whether it's here, whether it's Warren County Tech, or whether it's somewhere else. How will you leave your mark? How will you know you left your mark? And how can we help you to do that? Be ready to work hard next year. It doesn't get easier as you move up. 9th grade will be more challenging, a little more homework. Most of you will be doing different activities. You'll probably be in this building 10 to 12 hours a day doing different things. You'll be constantly here. But the one thing I can say after being in education for a lot of years, it goes very quick. Your parents can appreciate this, how quick time goes. So every now and then, take a breath, stop to smell the roses and enjoy it. Because before you know it, we'll be having the same conversation on the football field in 4 years. So I congratulate you. Parents, I thank you and congratulate you on a job well done. These are outstanding students. They've been outstanding role models for the younger students in the building. You should be very proud of their accomplishments. Class of 2015 and future class of 2019, congratulations on all you've done. Best of luck to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Karuba, for those inspiring words. We would now like to introduce our Board of Education President, Mr. Mitchell, who will also offer us some advice for our futures.
Welcome, parents, grandparents, family members, and friends. I'd like to congratulate you guys on your accomplishment here tonight. But I'd also like to congratulate the same parents, grandparents, family members, and friends who we all know played a major role in you guys being successful. You have a lot to look forward to in the next several years, and also a lot of decisions that you're going to have to make. All I ask of you guys is that you make a difference for yourself and the world around you. The next 4 to 8 years are going to define the rest of your life. Don't take anything for granted. Work hard and never give up on your dream, especially when there's someone standing in front of you telling you can't achieve it. Please remember to have fun along the way and make the best out of every opportunity. On behalf of the Belvedere Board of Education, I'd like to congratulate each and every one of you. So thank you.
Thank you so much for speaking tonight, Mr. Mitchell. We appreciate everything you and our board members do for our schools. At this time, we would like to invite Mr. Powell, our elementary principal, to the podium so he can address our graduating class.
Good evening, parents, family, staff, administration, and especially the Alger Street class of 2015. As always, it's an honor to be able to speak with you, especially as a whole, as prepared to enter the last cycle of your K-12 schooling. You were a group that I met in November of your 6th grade year. It has been a pleasure to have been able to watch you mature and then turn into the young ladies and gentlemen that you are now. I don't believe I'm incorrect in saying that you have successfully completed this phase of your journey. The next phase is an interesting one, and it's also going to be a fun one, as you will now begin to have more control of the path that you're on. Do not take that lightly. It can be a lot of fun, but it's also a great responsibility. High school will differ from middle school because you have many new faces in your classes. You have a bigger variety of teachers, more hallways to maneuver, and you're going to have options. You're going to have options of classes to take, options of people to be around, friends and acquaintances that you're going to associate with, options of activities such as sports, plays, clubs, interests, and choices that you'll be making inside and outside of school. These choices will be varied. Some will be in school, some will be out of school, some small, some potentially very big. High school is an interesting time, as some choices you make could potentially have a long-term impact. But however, if you use what you've been taught so far in the classroom and outside the classroom, you can help ensure that many of these long-term choices are positive ones. I'm actually going to share a personal story with you that literally just happened yesterday. All right, so barely even part of the speech. But I'm going to tell you about a memory that I have of high school that was brought back to me because a friend of mine texted me yesterday and said, "Oh my God, you have to see the video I just saw of you." Now, let me tell you, there's nothing worse than you not remembering being in a video and someone texting saying, "Oh my God, you got to see what a video I just saw of you." So a lot of stuff went through my head. But he told me he saw a video of me when I was a sophomore in high school. And I was on a bus ride with my track team. And I'd love for you to think like, oh, Mr. Powell's gonna tell a track story about how, he came back victoriously and won a state championship. I'm not gonna tell you that story because that never happened. But what I will tell you is that this did bring back a great memory of mine when I was in high school. And it wasn't because of a competition I was in. It wasn't because of me achieving a running goal. It was because of the group I was with and my peers. And this was a videotape of my friend when videotaping wasn't so common. But he taped us on a bus as we were on our way to the Colonial Hills Conference track championships. It's not a very big team. And to be honest with you, we had as much chance of winning that meet as a team as we have of having a snow day tomorrow. But anyway, what we were doing on the bus is he was videotaping us and we were having a little friendly competition of who could say the alphabet the fastest. And everyone's going, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. No, you missed N, and they're arguing and stuff like that. And I watched it and I did laugh. And three things came to my mind when I watched that video. First thought was, wow, I was really, really skinny. Second thought, I can't believe that mullets and high-top fades were that popular. But the third thought, and this is the most valuable one, I really wish that I knew now how much fun I was having back then. I wish I knew how much of a good time I was having. And what we did on that bus, whether it was videotaped or not, what we did that day was we made a happy memory, okay? And for me, that memory was so enjoyable that it lasted me a lifetime. Okay, and you're like, all right, Mr. Powell's talking about his high school years. In comparison to you, that memory that I made that lasted me a lifetime is 2 years from now. So in 2 years, or maybe even next year, you may be making a memory that you could look fondly upon and could last you a lifetime. That proves how much control you can potentially have of your lives. You don't have total control yet. We're not going to do that to you, okay? You still have a fantastic support system if you look out in front of me. All right, everyone out there is still willing to love you and support you and get you through until you can take total control of your lives. Okay, so make sure that you make the right choices with that control that you're now going to obtain. Use the lessons you've learned, both in and out the classroom and in school. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna create some of the best memories that are gonna last you a lifetime. I hope that this past year was your best year of school, but there's nothing more than I want than after 4 years, you come back and say that this was the 5th best school year that you've ever had. And I hope that from here on out, this year drops 1 rank from here on out in ranking of the best years of your life. You can make that happen by applying the lessons that you've learned and you know that you're making the right choices. It's been an absolute pleasure to serve as your principal. I wish you the absolute best in life. I look forward to hearing about the absolute great things you will do. Thank you very much. Best of luck to you. God bless you.
Thank you so much for your continued support and encouragement, Mr. Powell. At this moment, we would like to introduce our guest speaker for tonight, Erin Sassman, a senior at Belvedere High School who will be graduating tomorrow night. Erin is Secretary of National Honor Society and Spanish National Honor Society. She is a Hunterdon and Warren Scholar Athlete, 2-year varsity field hockey captain, first team All-Warren County and Skylands Conference for Field Hockey, and Wendy Heisman Award recipient. Erin is also the president of Green Dot. She plans to attend Stevenson University where she'll major in early childhood education. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Erin Sassman to our stage. Hello, everyone. My name is Erin Sassman, and I'm a senior at Belvedere High School where I'll be graduating tomorrow night. I would like to take the opportunity to thank you for inviting me to speak at the 8th grade graduation this year. I remember sitting where all of you were sitting 4 years ago and thinking, I finally made it through elementary school, only 4 more years to go. But my advice to you is to enjoy every second of high school and make the best of each situation. The easiest way to make it through your next 4 years is to be involved. Playing sports, joining the band, or multiple clubs will not only allow you to make friends you would not have made otherwise, but it helps the time pass quickly while making memories you will remember forever. Going along the same lines, don't be afraid to talk to someone new, and don't be afraid to come outside your comfort zones. For those of you that don't know me, I can be shy at times, but freshman year, I walked up to someone who was standing at his locker alone on the first day of school and said, "Hi, I'm Aaron, what's your name?" His response was, "I don't know you, why are you talking to me?" And we both went our separate ways. However, after school that day, I went to the athletic trainer, Mr. Morgan's office, and there stood the same kid I tried saying hi to. He came up to me, apologized, and introduced himself. He explained that he was very shy and he was afraid to come out of his comfort zone, but that I had made his day because most kids would have never came up to him to talk with him. What I'm trying to say is it's a new beginning for all of you. Become who you want to be. If you're happy with the way you are, stay the same. But if there's something you want to change, now is the time to do so. If there's a sports team you've wanted to try, go out for the team. If there's a club you've really wanted to be a part of, join it. The extracurricular activities will make you so many new friends and memories. While you're making all your new friends, don't forget about the kids sitting next to you on the stage. To this day, 4 years later, I am still friends with most of the kids that were on the stage with me. You may go your separate ways for a little while, but you will always have a ton of memories and one thing in common, Belvedere, which leads me to my next point. You are all extremely fortunate because you already know the high school. You know where most of the classrooms are, your way around the school. You know how congested the hallways can be and ways to avoid it. Coming from Belvedere, you all have so many things to be grateful for. You've had wonderful teachers the past few years. And sitting in all of your classes next year, you will think, wow, I already knew this, and thank your teachers. Whether it be the math tricks from Mr. Barr, the ways to remember science information from Mrs. McKay, all about U.S. history from Ms. Zekas, or the smiley face tricks from Ms. Weber. And you will also remember all of the field trips you went on. They provided you with memories that you will have forever, and you may not realize how lucky you are when you took the trip, but as you make new friends and talk to them, you will see that their schools didn't allow them to go to the Crayola Factory, Trenton, Stokes, Ellis Island, or even Sandy Hook. My friends and I still talk about all of the memories from those field trips and the time we got to spend as a class. Also, make sure you stay focused on your academics because that's the main reason you're here. You want to start strong and end strong. Many kids mess around their freshman year because they think it does not matter, but it really does. Colleges look at those grades and it weighs on your GPA. If it's your goal to be in the top of your class or even just get into a college, focus on your grades from the first day. My last and final piece of advice that I have for you is enjoy every second. It will all fly by, and you will be talking to someone about an activity that you thought was just yesterday, but in reality was 3 years ago. At the time, things may be seeming to drag by, but enjoy those moments and make the best of each situation. If there is something you want to do, just do it. Don't skip out on an opportunity in school because your best friend may not want to do it because you will only regret it later in life. Before you know it, you guys will be preparing for the next biggest step in your life, graduating high school. You will be in my shoes wishing that you were here on this stage right now with kids you have gone to school with for the past 9 years. I'm going to leave you with this quote from Winston Churchill. "Success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Do not let one bad grade or mistake hold you back. But at the same time, do not let your successes get the best of you. Stay humble and keep going no matter what life throws your way. Following this will lead you to be extremely successful, and I wish you all nothing but the best in your next step as you enter the doors into high school. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2001.
Thank you for those encouraging words, Aaron. We'll be sure to take your advice. At this time, I would like to invite Mr. Powell, Mr. Mitchell, and Ms. Weber to please come to the stage for the presentation of our class and for the awarding of certificates.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Belvedere Elementary School's class of 2015. Jason Andrew Thompson. Mallory Samantha Keenan. Darren James Rush. Shelby Byer. Haley Elizabeth Fiasco. Alexis Ann Connors. Juliana Marie Hothouse. Francesca Palmasano. Isabella Maria Pedraza. Madison Sedgwick-Custom. Maria Rosina Turker. Christopher F. Fiore. Emma Kate Beanie. Christopher John Allen. Cole Patrick Bienes. Anthony Bocchino. Nicholas Bocchino. Ryan Banama. Bailey Busey. Lydia B. Busey. Joseph Edward Casterline. Eric John Perfecki. Jared Galicki. Gage Garris. Casey J. Groom. Noel J. Hand. Joylyn Lynn. Daniel Arthur Manetta. Carly Ann March. Bailey Owen Mitchell. Tiffany Path. Cameron Lynn Popiak. Tony Marie Popiak. Carmen Zofia Sarwinski. Robert James Schnesler. Garrett Snook. Joshua Snook. Ezra Jaden Torres. Hunter P. Webb. Ladies and gentlemen, I would now like to present to you the future class of 2019. Please be seated. Thank you.
People always tell you that time flies, and when you're a kid, you don't really believe it. Let me tell you, I believe it now. I just can't believe that elementary school is over already. It seems just like yesterday we were all at the Crayola factory and we're on the bus to Stokes. It also seems like yesterday we rolled in the Oxford Street doors 10 months ago feeling like champs because we ran the school. It went by fast, and now it's time we move on. Every person creates his or her own destiny. Each graduate up here has a different skill he or she brings to the table, and that's what makes the class of 2015 such an unforgettable group. So to all the parents watching their child get promoted, remember that they couldn't have accomplished this without you. To the parents, family members, friends, and teachers here, think about the way you have impacted their lives and how you have helped them reach this point. Thank you for all that you do for us. At this time, we would also like to thank Mr. Powell, our principal, Mr. Karuba, our superintendent, Mr. Mitchell, the Board of Education president. We appreciate Mr. Reed for playing our procession and recession music. We would also like to thank Chris and Emma for their inspiring words, Darren for leading us in the flag salute, as well as our class members for sharing their beautiful voices with us. Great job, everyone. Without all these people, this wouldn't be possible, so we all thank you. We are grateful to all of you for sharing this moment with us. Please join us in the high school cafeteria for some refreshments and a short celebration. You'll be given the chance to see our graduation posters displayed in the hallway near the cafeteria. Thank you all, and a big shout out to our teachers who, if they could come up onto the stage right now for us. Ms. Weber and Ms. Zekas. We truly cannot thank you two enough. Thank you for all you have done for us. Congratulations to our class of 2015.